Hi, welcome to my channel 10 years younger. By the end of today's video, you're going to understand how you can have an effective anti-aging regime without breaking the bank. So my first 7 commandments for anti-aging are really boring. You know them already and you probably don't want to hear them, but they're free. They're not going to cost you a thing. So firstly, eat healthy, get enough exercise, get enough sleep, avoid stress, avoid pollution. Don't smoke and make sure you get enough water because our skin is the largest organ in our body, and if it's kept hydrated it will look a lot better. So now I want to talk about 3 specific causes of aging. So first of all, sun exposure. Now subscribers to my channel will be bored to death of hearing me go on about protecting your skin from the sun, but it is one of the biggest causes of aging and you need to invest in your sun protection. I made a recent video where I went in depth into all these different sun protection products, and this is the product that won. It's called Ultra Sun SPF 50 and it's got a tint so it won't leave you with a white glow, and this has everything you need. But this is £24 a bottle, it's only 60 millilitres and you'll probably need one every couple of months. So that's expensive. This is the best alternative I've found. It was only £7. It's Ambre Solaire Kids Sensitive Sunblock. It's SPF 50. You've got the maximum UVB, you've got the maximum UVA 5-star protection, plus it's got infrared protection. So the main difference between this and this is that this has also got visible light protection. If you are a woman who wears foundation and makeup, a lot of the time that foundation will have iron oxide in it, which will protect you for visible light anyway. So if you're wearing your makeup with this, then potentially you've got the same protection as this anyway. This doesn't have the tint, so it might leave a slight white glow on your skin, and it's quite greasy. If you've got greasy skin, it is gonna not look very attractive. I've been wearing this for a couple of weeks to test it. It leaves you with a slight greasiness. It's also tested on animals. It's not an organic product, so it's not as good for your skin as a lot of the others, but somewhere there has to be a compromise if you don't have the money. So this is the compromise that I would recommend. The second cause of aging I want to talk about is glycation. So glycation is when you eat sugar or when you cook your food by certain methods such as baking or frying, then you get AGEs, which are harmful compounds which bind to your fat and your protein cells. So your skin is made of protein, so when these compounds bind to your protein in your skin, instead of your skin being plump and healthy and radiant, your skin cells become rigid and hard and you get wrinkles and lines and you get crepiness as well. So to avoid this, the first thing you can do is obviously cut sugar out of your diet. Now that sounds a lot easier, than it is, but after 3 months I have cut most sugar from my diet and I'm still here to tell the tale. It's not that difficult. Now this is a sweetener, it's called Total Sweet in the UK, but each country it will be marketed under a different name. This is good for your teeth, unlike sugar. It has less calories than sugar. You can use it in cooking. There are 2 ways of making this. The healthier version is made from tree bark. Yeah, it will say on the back. The other version is made in China in a very chemical, less healthy way, and you don't really want to go for that one. So look on the back and make sure you've got the version which is made out of tree bark. If it doesn't say, then don't buy it. The second thing you can do to stop glycation is to take carnosine, which is a supplement. This costs about £14. You take 1 a day, but obviously if you don't have the budget to spend on supplements, then carnosine is found in meat, in fish, and especially in white meat like chicken. If you're a vegetarian, then you're probably going to have to go for the supplements. And the last thing you can do is to drink green tea. So green tea has been proven to interfere with the glycation process. So if you don't drink green tea, then you can take a green tea supplement, which I found for £9. I'll link below. The third cause of aging is oxidation. So you've got free radicals, which are unstable, harmful atoms, which cause damage to our cells. It causes them to age and eventually to die. So if you take an antioxidant, and that can be vitamin C, it can be green tea that I've just mentioned, it can be orange juice, increasing fruit in your diet, then that will not entirely prevent oxidation, but it will reduce it to a larger extent. You can also apply an antioxidant to your skin. You can buy vitamin C serums and stuff like that, but also you can make your own. Now I want to talk about products that you can apply to your skin. So first of all, I would say avoid any eye cream. I think it's just a marketing gimmick to get your money. If you've got a moisturizer or any product you can apply to your cheeks and your nose and your forehead, there's no reason why you can't apply it around your eyes. But these cosmetic companies want to get as much money out of you as they can. So don't bother buying eye cream is my first tip. Number two, when you buy products, for example, retinol, you don't want to waste your money on something unless you know it's effective. So for example, I've tried every retinol that The Ordinary make, and I think it's a great company and they are quite cost effective. Each one is about £15, but I found after a couple of years they don't really do that much for me. So a cosmetic company will do certain studies. It will say, 70% of women who use this thought this was a great product, and there were 100 women in the studies. But if you look at pharmaceutical companies who have big research and development departments, they will have scientific studies to back up the efficiency of their products. So instead of using The Ordinary retinol, I now use Differin. So Differin is a prescription-only medicine for acne. So you've also got tretinoin and Retin A in America, which is also effective for anti-aging. So the big difference is that this is effective. You know it's going to work because of the studies, and it's more cost effective. So a prescription in the UK is about £9, and you literally use a tiny bit on the end of your finger, you spread it over your face, and then you rub it in your face and your neck every night. It's going to last ages. I have seen more of effect using this on my skin than The Ordinary product. The downside is that where you have a product which has done research and development and clinical studies, that probably means it's been tested on animals, which I'm uncomfortable with. And also this is not going to be like organic ingredients which are healthier for your skin and the environment. But this video is about, making a compromise and saving money. Next thing I want to talk about is when you get crepey skin, which you can get around your neck and on your arms sometimes, and it really is very, very aging. That can be caused by glycation and exposure to sunlight, but it can also be really, really dry skin. Now, I've tried all kinds of products you can buy on the shelf and organic products, but nothing has been as effective as Diprobase. Now, Diprobase again is something you can buy in a chemist, and it's made for people who have very dry skin conditions like eczema and flaky skin. Now this was £4, and again you would have that scientific backing and the studies behind this when you buy it. And I found this to really help with that dryness on my neck, and it really kind of plumps the skin up and eradicates those fine lines. So this I definitely recommend, rather than maybe spending money on a product which is specifically made for crepey skin. When you look at expensive skincare products, a lot of the time they say, oh, this contains hyaluronic acid, like it's some magical fairy dust ingredient that's really hard to find and expensive. But you can actually make hyaluronic acid yourself, and I've got a video which I'll link above which you can watch. So you buy a container of hyaluronic acid powder like this, about £15. You mix 1 gram with 100 grams of water, you put it in the fridge overnight, and you have hyaluronic acid in the morning. So the interesting thing about making your own products is that you can add different active ingredients to it. So if you make your hyaluronic acid, you can add some citric acid to it, which will act as an antioxidant. So you can look into that, and it is quite interesting, because if you've got those active ingredients, then you can just go out and buy a really cheap moisturizer, because most of them are just based on glycerin, and they aim to keep the water in your skin. So save money on your moisturizer by making your own serum with active ingredients, which you would apply underneath. You can go and have a series of radio frequency or microcurrent in a salon or a spa, and it will cost you hundreds of pounds. So a good way to save money is to buy a home device, and I've got a video where I go through the best home devices out there. They're less powerful and they'll take much longer to have the same effect as a salon treatment, but they do work. However, if you don't have the budget to even buy one of those devices, then what you can do is look at facial exercise. I've got another video about that as well. So that's basically contorting your face into various positions to exercise, lift and tone the muscles. So I've got a couple of DVDs in that video which have a whole face routine, but if you can't afford a DVD, then you can go to YouTube and you can just search for facial yoga or facial exercise routines. The reason I like those 2 DVDs is that you've got the total routine you can follow with all the people, and there are so many people doing facial exercise on YouTube. They're all saying different things and different exercises. It's difficult to kind of bring it all together and make a routine for yourself. So that's something you can look into for free. A recent video I made was about supplements, specifically NMN and NR, which really help you on a cellular level with an anti-aging effect. So these are about £30 for, you know, a box of 60, and obviously that is going to work out as a lot of money over a year. So if you're thinking about saving money, it's good to know that these ingredients are derivatives of vitamin B, and you can find vitamin B in avocados, in cabbage, in broccoli, and in raw beef. I don't know who's going to eat raw beef, but maybe they mean when it's cooked rare. But anyway, all those foods have between 0.5 to 0.9 milligrams of vitamin B per 100 grams. So if you can't afford the supplements, then just by eating some of those food every day, you get some of it. So the final thing I want to talk about is hair loss. So this is something which is hugely aging. It causes a lot of stress and embarrassment for guys and women as well. So if you can't afford a hair transplant, a really good solution is to buy a hair concealer. This is made by Fidentia. I got this for about £10 on Amazon. I'll link this below. So this is basically, and I did make a whole video about hair concealers and hair thickeners, which you can check out. But this is basically makeup for your scalp. So it comes with a sponge, and you just apply this to the receding area or the bald patches, and this will really disguise hair loss. This is a really cheap way, because this will last for years. You don't need a lot of this. This is a really cost-effective way to hide hair loss. So I hope this has helped you to understand that you don't need to spend loads of money to have a great anti-aging regime. If you've got any tips about things that you use, then please comment below. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and have a great day.